Hello, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will learn about how fertilization and pregnancy start. So, first we will understand about the fertilization, and then we will just understand the what is the pregnancy, but we will not understand the detail. So, this is the overview of the fertilization and pregnancy video. So, let's understand about here is the female reproductive organ contain a ovary. Two ovary is known as female gonad, and fallopian tube is used for the egg movement into the uterine wall, into the uterus. So here is the uterus, and this is the vagina and cervix. Vagina is used for the penetration of penis, while here is the endometrium, is the wall of the uterus. This the brain which that contain a hypothalamus and pituitary gland. Whenever the stimulation will lead to follicle stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone will trigger and produce from the gonadotropin releasing hormone, releasing factor and release from the hypothalamus due to the stimulation. The follicle stimulating hormone will stimulate the primary oocyte, the follicle, will lead to ovarian cycle begin, and in this way the ovulation will occur, and the corpus luteum will be left behind. And in this way, this egg, basically haploid egg, will enter into the fallopian tube. When entering into the fallopian tube, it is haploid. It means the number of chromosomes will remain half because the meiosis. The sperm will fertilize whenever the intercourse will occur, will lead to ejaculation of the sperm, will enter into the fallopian tube, and fertilization will occur. This is the true fertilization because the complete formation for the implantation of this zygote, or to become zygote, is important. The fertilization. This basically is the finger-like projection or present is known as the fimbriae. This is the intercourse. This is the male reproductive organ which that contain testes. Testes contain seminiferous tubule, and seminiferous tubule contain a seminal fluid as well as the sperm. This mature sperm is known as the spermatid to mature sperm is the haploid, and this seminiferous tubule are present in the testes. Whenever the ejaculation due to the sympathetic nervous system activation will lead to move the sperm into the uterus as a ejaculation, so here is, and go into the fallopian tube for fertilization. So in this way the fertilization will begin and occur as shown in the diagram. While the not fertilization due to the condom uses or other procedure, but condom is the prevention of diseases, pregnancy prevention, better planning for the pregnancy as a safer time. So in this way the condom basically will not allow to ejaculate outside of the environment into the uterus, while it will remain into the condom. So this condom used for the fertilization inhibition, so the egg will not fertilizes, so the no pregnancy occur. Anyhow, this is a short note for understand, remember that things. Let's understand about the process of the fertilization and then implantation lead to pregnancy. So anyhow, for short to understand through overall picture, here is the ovary which that's contain primary follicle will become to mature due to the follicle stimulating hormone released from the pituitary gland adenohypophysis to produce this egg and release into the fallopian tube. And in this way whenever the intercourse if will occur will lead to bind, this is known as the fertilization, and that fertilization membrane will form will lead to not allow more sperm insertion. And in this way when the one sperm unite with the egg to haploid to diploid zygote formation, and in this way the diploid zygote will form within minutes due to the fertilization membrane which that depolarize the egg will lead to not allow the further sperm unite. The zygote formation is the 46 chromosome from the 23 plus 23 from mother and father gamete. This after the fertilization within hours, the two cell become to replicate zygote no become two cell stage. This two cell stage is very funny to understand. Let's understand about that. It can be separate, and this phase is known as the separation, and we will understand with the as a side note. So in this way, the separation, which that is the identical twins, this can be occur whenever this after the fertilization zygote will replicate into two zygotes, and in this way the both zygotes genetically same. So the basically it is the copy of the genes, and in this way the genetic factors, environmental factors, the epigenetic and planning breakdown through naturally mechanism to produce more than one baby for increase the population is the strategy. In this way, the identical twins can be formed. Identical twins always should be female or male, while the non-identical twins are the basically whenever unfortunately, two egg releases in the same menstrual cycle to produce two zygotes. So in this way, the two zygotes genetically different, while the two sperm is also genetically different due to the but the same ejaculation will lead to fertilize the same menstrual cycle to produce these two zygotes. But fertilization by different sperms, so in this way, genetically non-identical fetus develop in this way. So in this way, the genetically basically not equal, they face difference, and it can be a male or female, or both male or both female. Not like identical twins, because identical twins can be male or female. Superfecundation is the another term. In this way, when two sperm fertilizes in the two eggs, releases in the same cycle, but for both male father different, unfortunately develop twins from two fathers is known as superfecundation. But important thing you should need to understand, whenever the one intercourse from the one father, which that will lead to produce one zygote, and the next day or next week again fertilization from the another father will lead to two father will develop the same basically in the same cycle of the pregnancy to produce two fetus which that have the different father. After this two cell stage, the cleavage formation will lead to further cleavage formation, the 8 cell stage, and 9 and 16 and 32, which that will lead to the mass of cell is known as the morula. The result of cleavage is the morula within a days. So in this way, after this, basically within a days, basically 2 days, 3 days. After this, basically we are not understanding the time, so remember that thing. Blastula, when blastocele cavity develop in morula is known as the blastula, and this blastula is basically is not implanted, but it will occur in a week. And remember that things, basically this blastula is implantable. Embryo or blastula, basically blastocyst formation is the implantable formation, and that structure is important for the implantation in the endometrial wall, which that is thick during the ovarian cycle and uterine cycle. And in this way, the vascularization due to the progesterone and estrogen working from the ovary release. And in this way, the endometrium and the will thick will lead to allow conceive the blastocyst. After this is known as the implantation of the blastocyst. This is the stage of implantation. This implantation is to further more nourish for development and into gastrula, basically ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm formation, and neurula, nervous system develop. Then organogenesis means the organ develop to produce. And fetus after organogenesis, this is required. The whole development into fetus is known as pregnancy. and this pregnancy can vary, but the average lifespan of the pregnancy of the fetus is 9 months and some days. Thanks for watching. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video. For this time, bye. See you in the next video. Bye. Please make sure to subscribe.